Welcome to this Baxter training related to the use of the injection site and the administration port of Baxter's triple chamber bag nutrition products. This training will cover the do's and don'ts for spiking and injection site piercing practices. The training is divided into 3 parts. The first part presents a general overview of the triple chamber bag product. The second part will focus on the do's and don'ts associated with the use of the injection site of the bag. The third part will present the do's and don'ts for the use of the administration port. Part 1. General overview of the triple chamber bag. This is the triple chamber bag. The bag is protected by an overpouch, preventing oxidation of the solution and damage to the primary bag. An oxygen absorber sachet is present in the overpouch, and if applicable, an oxygen indicator is attached to the absorber. If the oxygen indicator color is yellow, the bag is suitable for use. The overpouch is opened using the notches, and the triple chamber bag is removed from the overpouch. The bag is made of 3 chambers. The first white chamber is the lipid emulsion. The second chamber is the amino acid solution with or without electrolytes, and the third chamber is the glucose solution with calcium. The name of the product is displayed on the front of the bag, along with the volume, expiry date, and batch number of the product. In order to know if the solution is intended to be injected by central vein or peripheral vein, look at the indication printed on the bag. Composition and concentration of each bag is also labeled on the front. The injection site on the glucose chamber allows the addition of compounds like vitamins, trace elements, and electrolytes to address specific needs. The twist-off protector part is intended to be used with a spike dedicated to the administration of the solution to the patient. The 3 solutions are separated by 2 peel seals in order to ensure stability of the product over its complete shelf life. The seals are peelable and allow mixing the 3 chambers upon activation of the bag by rolling the bag onto itself before administration. The permanent seal around the bag maintains its integrity. The bag can be hung safely using the D-hanger hole on the top of the bag. Always observe the order of handling steps. Step 1. Open the box. Step 2. Visual inspection. Step 3. Open the overpouch and remove the triple chamber bag. Step 4. Activate the bag. Step 5. Mix the solution. Step 6. Addition, if needed, of trace elements, electrolytes, and vitamins. Step 7. Administrate. Part 2. The do's and don'ts associated with the use of the injection site. The injection site is located on the glucose chamber. It allows the injection of vitamins, electrolytes, and trace elements using a needle for custom injections. A spike cannot be used to pierce the injection site. The injection site, IS, is designed to work with different needle sizes. Needles between 18 and 21 gauge can be used if multiple injections are required. In case a bigger needle has to be used, the injection site may only be pierced once. There is also a restriction in the needle length to be used. Needles should be between 12.7 millimeters and 50 millimeters. Using longer needles can lead to a risk of bag perforation. Using shorter needles will not completely pierce the septum, which will prevent injecting the medication into the bag successfully. Before any additions, disinfection of the injection site is required. The injection site must be pierced in the middle by keeping the needle parallel to the length of the tube to ensure that the needle is straight and not at an angle. Injections can be done with the bag being in a horizontal or a vertical position. If the injection site is pierced at an angle, this can lead to the following defects: leak from the injection site, leak from the tube if the needle pierces both the injection site and the tube, or blue or white particles in the solution due to scratching of the plastic parts with the needle. Part 3. The do's and don'ts associated with the use of the administration port. On the amino acid chamber, the administration port, also called twist-off protector, is intended to be used for the administration of the solution to the patient using the appropriate spike. The twist-off protector should not be used for any additions nor be pierced by any needles. The administration port is designed to be used with an ISO 8536-4 certified spike. This guarantees that the spike will be held properly by the administration port during administration. The DIN ISO 8536-4 standard specifies the range of dimensions of the spike. The cap should be removed with a slight bending movement. The administration port membrane can be pierced only once and with a straight movement. Insert the spike in the administration port at the maximum that you can. To facilitate the insertion, a rotational move of the spike is permitted. After piercing, the membrane inside the administration port is no longer self-sealing, and the administration port will leak if the spike is removed. In this training, we have seen how to properly make additions and connect the product for administration, functions of the different closures, and which spikes and needles are compatible, how to properly insert needles and spikes to avoid hazardous situations. Baxter's triple chamber bag's nutrition products should be handled carefully, and simple precautions can be taken to avoid damaging the products. Good handling is a win-win situation for everyone: Baxter, users, and patients. Thank you for attending this training session on addition and administration practices for Baxter's triple chamber bags.